Welcome everybody to a first look at the game Slain Back from Hell. This was one of the few games I picked up during the Steam sale, as it was recommended to me as a fan of action games. And while the gorgeous pixel graphics and rocking metal soundtrack are great, the gameplay sadly doesn't quite hit that point. I know you're probably wondering why you're not hearing that awesome metal soundtrack, because I'm pretty sure it'll get me a content ID flagged here on YouTube. So you'll have to just listen to the gory sound effects. I've already beaten the game, but to show things off, we're going to load up the first level. Now, Slain Back from Hell had an interesting history of being released originally, and then the game, due to criticisms, was heavily negatively reviewed, so the developer went back and did essentially a re-release with Slain Back from Hell. And they are currently working on another game, which is supposed to be in a sci-fi universe, as opposed to this Norse heavy metal one. Alright. So we are being risen from the grave. To hopefully save the world. Combat is on the basic side. We have a normal attack, dodge, block that can also repose, and we have magic. Again, the graphics are really impressive. There's our bad guy. So, we can use our charge attack to regain magic. These are checkpoints, and the game really, and I do mean really, loves to put on death traps. And there should be one coming. Let's see. There's our normal block. Sometimes you can stagger enemies, other times you can't. That's health recovery. So I can charge up our magic. And I'll recover it with a heavy attack on these dudes. Nice. Now here's our first of many death traps. One thing you can do in this game is you can just avoid a lot of the enemies. Ooh, almost got it there. And that's kind of my strategy for playing Slain. This is a good speedrun game in that sense. As long as there's just one enemy, you can usually leap over it pretty safely. Oh, did not make it. I'm sure there must be a strategy for just doing endless back dodging. Out of my way. Now, the game introduces several different levels, but the combat and general practice remains the same. Take some damage there. There's our checkpoint. Him. And we're going to be coming to one of the game's many mini-boss style enemies in a second. Just want to not get killed there. There we go. I found the timing for the Counter-Strike to be a little weird sometimes. Sometimes it feels like I'm early. Other times, like it doesn't feel like I should be hitting it. We can actually just dodge him there. To another checkpoint. There are a few secrets in the game as well. And again, the pixel style graphics are amazing. Get out of my way. We do get several other weapons as well. But they all are just the same variants of our sword. That's gonna be annoying. I'll just pop him with a magic. button a hair trigger too soon. Bounce that back at him. Him. And every stage will have at least 1 to 2 different bosses. There we go. Some of the checkpoint placements can be a little funky, I'm finding. Sometimes you go quite a few minutes, other times it's very often that you'll get them. Sometimes there are fixed fights like this. And a lot of the challenge of slaying is getting the timing down for reposes. Once you do that, you can kind of break the combat. That is a healthy first aid over there. Which I'll take. And we should be coming, I think, to the game's first boss, maybe in another area. Oh no. Also, those enemies don't have any animations for when they do their attack. Like that. That. And are we at the boss? There's also a super attack when your mana bar is full. But typically I don't find it to be worth it. I'm just gonna damage boost over here. That. That. Come on. Oh, I thought I got. Again, sometimes it feels like it's too easy to get reposes. Other times you're just going to miss them. Right, he's going to upgrade. Basically, you take less damage from touching the enemies than you do from that guy's magic attack. That. Come on. And this should be the kill. Yep, time to wait for that stuff. As long as we get to another checkpoint, we're good. Like right there. Gotta time these attacks. Oh, I thought I was gonna die there. In fact, just to show it off, I'll do the ultimate. Also, combat can be on the floaty side as well, where you can attack an enemy and you'll go into their hurt box and still take damage, even though you're the one who's attacking. Let's not touch that. Him. And I think we're at the boss. Yep. Alright. We kind of just want to bait out those attacks so we can get the reposes. You can also send shots back at enemies. Should be the kill. Goodbye, buddy. And after every boss fight, you can rock out. And that is the first level. Once we're done with this section, the game sort of opens up. But not too much. You still have to do every level. There's a loose weakness system to certain enemies being weaker or strong to different elemental attacks, but it's not really focused on all that much, I found. Get away. Again, light puzzle solving to get through the various sections. Up here. I find if you can just casually tap the attack button, this attack is a lot faster and more reliable than doing the full combo. Plus, it doesn't move as well. Oh no. There we go. But we'll wrap up the first look after this. The game isn't on the long side. You know what you're doing. Probably maybe 2 or 3 hours at most. Alright, hit that. This guy come back down. Deal with him. And like right there, every enemy has a hurt box just by touching them. Oh, and that blood is fatal when you touch it. Around here. Love the little cage elevator there. That's a little secret challenge to the left there that we just passed. I just want to kill these guys as quickly as possible so we can get to the top. Need one more. You cannot leap around these guys, no matter how much you would like to. Again, the exploration and the graphics and sound are great, but the combat just becomes very repetitive. And that's why I've taken to just running past a lot of these enemies. And you can't do that. Now here's another death trap, which I'm going to trigger so you can see it. Bam. Let's avoid that time. Can I make it? Some volcano or lava related stuff right here. You also attack faster when you're in the air all the time. I think we're about halfway to a 3/4 up. That's what I think. I should kill it. Come on. I want to die. That was a quick reaction there, folks. And him. There's our next checkpoint. I think I could have made that. And I think we're going to be at the boss very soon. This isn't the boss, it's the ability. I like to stop him before he does that attack. He's dead. What's annoying is I have to fight down a few more of them. Hit. Come on. Alright, I can stun him out of that attack. Alright, that was just one. that's the last one. There we go. And we're through. I'm just going to skip this part, because this is where we go to the game's hub. And again, it's a very basic hub. We have a few levels we can do in any order, but usually we're just going to go down one specific path. Let me see. Yeah. So we have to do all of them, and then we unlock the final level, which I believe is in Old Town, maybe? But, nevertheless, I think we'll say goodbye to Slain here. That pendant there is a secret marker. As we find the secrets, it fills up. But, like I said, I like Slain, but I hope that they do more to the basic combat system with whatever game they're working on next. But, if you guys want to see me run through it, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, that's going to do it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check back for daily discussions on game design here, and on game wisdom, where we examine the art and science of games. Until next time, have a good night. Before we get to the credits, just a quick shout out to the supporters over on patreon.com/GWBycer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check back around 10 Eastern for regular streaming. If you'd like to suggest games for me to cover or topics to talk about, let me know in the comments below. For a collection of my writings as well as weekly podcasts on design, check out game-wisdom.com. To support the Game Wisdom Patreon, you can find us on there on patreon.com/GWBycer. $1 will get you into our private Discord channel where we talk game topics and more. $5 will get you voting privileges for any major event, including the Saturday Night Grab Bag, Patreon-funded goals, and more. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoy more videos here on the Game Wisdom YouTube channel.